Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Race McCurry Stage 5B. I'm hoping this is actually the last ever stage of Race McCurry. This is the Valley to Mountaintop route. Again, it is a very short race. It is only 3.2 miles, not even 3.5 miles. So it's a very short race, but I knew it was going to be a pretty long climb. Check out these profiles here. I always like to see the side-by-side of the profile and then also the Velo viewer kind of thing. It just kind of shows me the gradients and it's color coordinated. It shows me the pitches a little bit better as well. So in total, it's only 429 feet of climbing. Again, to put this into greater context, you have to go back and watch the previous video of race stage 5A. Also a very short race. It wasn't super fast actually, but two races back to back, just doing the doubleheader, always rough. Going into this one on 5B, I strongly contemplated switching over to a gravel bike, only to go in my garage and realize I don't have a gravel bike, and I thought a mountain bike would be super dorky. Kind of like showing up with one of those, what's it called, a doofus disc next to your cassette on the rear wheel. Like, you just don't do that. You don't have those. So I obviously didn't. I should say I am riding. I believe this is the Cervelo S5. It's not the 2020. Specifically with the Zip 454s. For the previous race, the rather flat sprint of a race, I did have the 808s on it, so I did switch over to the 454s. I knew this one was going to be a little more tailored to me, and I want to say this: I have always wanted to do a breakaway. In one race previously, I think it was one of the earlier stage races of this, I did a breakaway, more so by accident. It was just an uphill portion, and I was still on the gas, holding the pressure, but I got like a 10-second gap on those dudes. That was an older video. So, this race, I'm going to tell you right now, I hit the breakaway. I didn't really hit the breakaway, but in the scene that you just saw, where the camera switched angles, I'm in front of people by 1 or 2 seconds. And even now, it's like 3 or 4 seconds. It's nothing crazy. And my heart rate's pretty high, because I was like, oh, Eric, like, I'm like holding myself back. I'm like, oh, like, rip it, man. Let one fly. Like, just like send it, dude. But then I'm also like, no, Eric, keep it under wraps. Like, keep the pressure on, but keep it under wraps. I was feeling like pre-race jitters in this gravel section. Also, I knew it went from road at the very beginning. We turn onto a gravel section, it goes to road again, and then the Temple KOM is going to be all gravel, and it starts out pretty stinking steep too, and you have all those switchbacks. So, but look at this. I keep the pressure on. I'm not even doing anything too crazy. I got a 9-second gap on the guy behind me, and then a 10-second gap on this group kind of as a whole, but it switches to Tarmac again. And I was like, well, this is it. Like, that was fun while it lasted. I'm going to try to keep some power down, 230, 250s, see where it goes. But I didn't expect it to last very long, to be completely honest, especially on this tarmac. And if they're a group of even 5 or 6, if they can work together pretty well, they shouldn't have a problem really catching up and really closing down this gap. Here I am solo, spikes up to 3%, 5% in parts, and I don't know. I don't know what got into me. It is something I've always wanted to do. I wanted to keep the power down between races 5A and 5B. And if you remember from my previous video, I wasn't able to do this until later in the week, so I was able to watch other people's videos and just learn the course. And I do know this Temple KOM segment coming up here in a minute, because I've done it. I feel like I've done it a zillion times. The week of the Chain Chomper route, I did that race 2 times, plus the Tour of McCurry stage tour or whatever. I did it again. I did it at least 3 or 4 times that week. So, and I know it starts out really steep. I always underestimate the gravel, how much resistance is added to the trainer on this gravel portion. So it spikes up to 8-9%. Dude, I'm hitting some big power, especially early on, 350, 400 some watts. Like, the segment hasn't even started until right now, and I'm like gassing myself. because I know Grant Young is in this race again, and he's coming after me. He's like, "Oh, I'm a bigger guy. This race is hard for me." Yeah, right, dude. I don't trust you for a second. That's why I keep the power down. So every time the power was spiking back up to 7-8%, I tried to put down 300, 400 watts as best I could. Look, I'm like throwing my glasses off, throwing my head down and stuff. Look at this. This is incredible. 16 seconds on the guy behind me, and then there's another 4 or 5 seconds on the guys behind him. So I definitely have a gap here, which I am blown away by. Again, like I can't believe any of this. So I just kept the power down, tried to keep the pressure on. I never thought I'd get to this. I've always dreamed of it. The javelina kind of freaks me out right there. Thought he was gonna like run me over or something. I mean, yeah, when we spike it up to 8% on gravel, 11%, I feel like I'm going nowhere. I'm like, oh, dude, they're gonna close it in. I gotta hold this. And I'm not the kind of person who can hold off a chase very well. Now, if there's someone in front of me and like I have the opportunity to close the gap, and I have that carrot dangling, I have that incentive in front of me, I can work a lot better. But to hold people off, I usually don't do very well. Here we are, 20-second gap. I think this might be the biggest it gets in the whole thing, but we're gonna let this play out. I have it going on 1.5 speed, just because I'm kind of reveling in the glory here right now, but also, yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I always got a little nervous when it went down like that, ever so slightly. I don't know, because look, now it's already 15 seconds. So every time it would pitch back up, and I was assuming it was going to be around the switchbacks here. Maybe I'm wrong. Or right before. Okay, yeah, and that one it didn't go super steep. It was actually steeper on the straightaways. Holding 6%, that's kind of a lot. I'm holding 330 watts, if not more. Heart rate is not outrageous, but we're going on like 10 minutes of this, so and again, the recon I was able to do, I saw the results of the other people. I know this thing was, I don't know, 12 to 13 and a half minutes, definitely below 15. So it's like, okay, it's going to be a hard dig of a 12-minute effort. 13 minutes, something somewhere in there. I'm going to dig this one out. I had that one in mind. I knew it was road, gravel. I knew the second portion here was steeper. I was ready for it. I kept the power down. I had just a couple second gap. No one really closed it. No one caught up to me. I don't know. I guess they didn't think I was going to hold it. I didn't think I was going to hold it either, much to my own surprise. So now he drops it down to a 16-second gap, and I'm hurting. I'm hurting real good. I got 183 heart rate right now, and it kind of starts to level out that 1%, but I knew like I cannot let up, because if I let up now, the whole effort, this whole race is toast. Like it would have ruined everything. So I have to I have to hold it down. Heart rate definitely recovers a little bit, but the legs are screaming at me right now. They're totally fried. Still doing 250 watts somewhere in there. I'm just all over the place. And here we go. He's closing. He's got 14 seconds. But at this point, I was like, dude, the line is 300 feet away. Pull a Superman. I'm taking it in. Slowly going across the line. I just coast it, dude. Could not believe it. Beat that guy by a full, 10 seconds. Look, I beat guys in the B category. Oh my goodness. Dude, I could not believe the effort I just threw down. The sustain, I'm so happy for myself. 269 watts, 3.6 watts per kilo. First place finish right there. Big margin. Probably my favorite Zwift victory I have ever had. I am so excited about that one. So, let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of support on this one, especially on the Zwift companion app. People gave me some comments and some kind words. Let me know how you think I did. Was this a fluke thing? Do you think I could do it again? I don't know. Only time will tell. So I went down the other side, did a little cool down because your boy was hurting. But you guys, That was awesome. I still can't believe it. I'm gonna be chasing this high for quite some time. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Give me a word of encouragement or something. Or if you think it was kind of cheap and I should for sure be in the B category, you know, you let me know that too. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, it does help the channel a lot. Subscribe if you're not already, and for real, give me some words of encouragement, give me some critiques down in the comments below. I always read what you guys have to say. I always try to get back to it. So thank you guys so very much. I will see you in the next one.